Here we go, guys. We're going to do a holster review. This is the Galco Stow and Go inside the pant holster. For those of you out there looking for an inside the waistband holster, this is a good option. A couple of small downfalls which we'll talk about. I carried my sidearm in this holster for approximately 6 months. I carry I probably have a 90% carry when I'm not at the house and I leave the house. It's about the amount of time I'm carrying. So there you go. You get to kind of see it has some serious use, and then we'll talk a little bit about how it's held up and what I like about it and what I don't. The quality of the Galco Stow and Go is great. It's made out of steer hide. It has a really great pocket clip on it that is built into the fabric and studded in down here on the bottom. You can see that little stud. So it's not coming out. The stitching around the outside is great. It's held up wonderfully. I haven't had any parts where it's kind of coming apart. It has a couple of other great features to it too. And one thing I liked about it when I bought it is that it's so minimalistic in the way it was built. You know, there's not a ton of extra stuff. The end of it's open where the pistol can come out. It doesn't have a huge back piece for comfort. It doesn't have a lot of the excess stuff. It's about as little as you can get away with for what you actually need to be able to carry your firearm. It carries in an upright position with no cant. What I would do with it is use a belt that's slightly smaller than this and just cant it anyways, a little bit forward. But there you go. That's about some of the logistics of it. But let's talk about my experience with carrying with this holster. I found a couple of things. The Galco Stow and Go pant holster rides pretty deep. It's really nice because it makes it really easy to conceal. I also found that while wearing it, it's extremely lightweight. So the amount of excess weight added to my belt was not much more than just the gun itself, which was really nice. This comes in a variety of different sizes depending on what type of firearm and what size firearm you use. Just so you guys get the idea, I'll put my carry pistol in here. Let me zoom out a little bit so you guys can see it. This is the Rogue, previously reviewed. You can check that out. And then there you go. That's what we look like. So if you think about inside the pants, what that looks like, I've got a piece of cardboard here. I'll show you guys exactly what that comes out to be. So inside the pants goes to here. So you can see how much comes out above the pants when you're walking. So it rides really low. There's not a huge distance between the clip and where the holster goes. Some holsters ride up higher, making the gun stick out higher from your pants, which I dislike. So it was nice to kind of see how that works with this one. Also, remember what I said about having an open end. It just takes away with some of the steer hide and some of the product to keep it lightweight, which is nice. It also has a reinforced mouth, which is a great thing to have for your carry firearm. What that means is that when the firearm is drawn or pulled for whatever reason, it maintains this open mouth even in your pants, so that way holstering it is much easier. If you don't have a reinforced mouth, what happens is, like this end for example, I'll show you, if your belt is squeezing tight, when the gun's not in there, it's going to be tight. So it's going to be hard to get your pistol back in. And it's not just about drawing your weapon. It's about, for me, I have, a system in my vehicle, which I've also reviewed on here. You can take a look at by Grasper Leatherworks for mounting and holstering my firearm in my vehicle. It's more comfortable for long trips and things like that than having it in the back of my pants. And then when you go to get out of the vehicle, you go to reholster, now all of a sudden it's closed completely shut and you got to finagle with it and it's just a nightmare. So just keep it open with this reinforced mouth. It's nice. So there you go. There's all the good things about the holster. Let's talk about the biggest downfall I have with this holster. And I'm not sure if it's just this one or if it's just this type of holster by them or what it is. But my biggest complaint I had, well, there were two. One is the clip comes out really wide. There are no belts that thick that I've come across, so it's just unnecessary bulge when it comes to concealment. That's something to think about. But the other is this. So this is the side that's against your body, right? And what I found when you look at it from top, you can really see it. You see this corner right here that juts out? Now you can see where it bends downward and then back up a little bit, where I've tried to bend it back up myself. But if you look right here, you can see this sheen. Let me see if I can get to focus. You can see this sheen where it's rubbed the hide raw right there, and that's rubbing against my skin. It was extremely uncomfortable for a long time. After I really got it kind of broken in, it wasn't as bad, but still very uncomfortable compared to some other holsters. Like I said, I don't know if it's just this one, but you can really see it right here. The color difference right there. This one spot. And it's right at the end of this reinforced mouth. Right there. So, you know, just something to think about. Like I said, I don't know if it's just this one. It wasn't near as bad after I broke it in. It's definitely wearable now that it's nice and broken in. But just something that, you know, is kind of bugs me every now and then. But when I first got it, it was really tough to get through that. So there you go. There's the Galco Stone Go inside the pant holster. Great holster, you know, aside from the one little minor issue that needed to get broken in. I thought it was great. Lightweight, easy to clip onto your pants. Conceals well, rides low. No cant though, so if you like a canted draw, you might want to think about either doing what I did with a smaller belt so you can cant it yourself, or get a different holster. There you go. I'm a big inside the waistband fan. More holster reviews to come. And so there you go. Galco Stone Go. Lightweight, easy to put on and off, rides low, good quality. Definitely check out Galco next time you're thinking about getting a holster. They make great stuff.